All right, folks, welcome to day 11, which is the penultimate day in the 12 dark beers of Christmas. And today's beer, I don't know if it's a dark beer or not because I've forgotten. And it's a beer that I've drunk a few times as well, but I just can't remember, to be honest. So this might be a bust, or it might just go down as a revisit, sort of like my... well, what did I mess up on? Oh yeah, the 2021 beer from, what are they called, Camden. And even though that won't be uploaded until like New Year's Eve or something, so anyway, consistency is key on the Clueless Drinker channel, and it's my inconsistency which is consistent, so therefore I am consistent. So today we've got an old classic, and there's something quite peculiar about this beer. Yeah, it's Theakston's Old Peculier. Oh, get in there, D-Lad. Drink it up, Dave. Drink it up, Dave. When will the Seaside Mark references stop, Peter? I'm starting to do them in my daily life, and it's quite annoying for people who aren't familiar with Seaside Mark, and I can imagine it's quite annoying for people who are familiar with the YouTube legend that is Seaside Mark, who's making some life choices for the better, apparently, according to his latest upload. I hope I get to watch it in time before he deletes it, but I'm sure in a few weeks' time, like, Seaside Mark Live, sort of like archive channel, which is the road will certainly upload it for me. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Seaside Mark. We're here to talk about Theakston's Old Peculier. A beer that good old Neil from Claybrook, developed a bit of acid reflux. That's not a good sign. But yeah, Neil from Claybrow. You'd think a place that's right next to me, I'd remember. But yeah, it's been a day, let's put it that way. And this was one of the beers, I'd imagine with quite a lot of people actually, that got him into the wonderful world of real ales and craft beer. And oh, isn't it, Bonnie? It's right grady is this stuff, I tell thee. But that knows anyway. And that's a terrible yet stereotypical attempt at doing a Yorkshire accent, because of course it's out of Yorkshire, isn't it? And I know that's not a proper Yorkshire accent. That sounds like a generic northern accent from a 50s kitchen sink drama. Oh, went down to coal mines t'other day, and I thought to myself, no, I don't want to do that anymore, so I'm already a draft dodger. But what the fuck just happened then? I don't know. So yeah, Theakston's Old Peculier. I think I have reviewed this before on the channel. The one thing is, this might be a lively bottle, because I went to the co-op early today, because we needed a couple more bits and bobs. That was a good catch when I wasn't even looking. Yeah, it needed a few bits of bobs. Bought myself a nice bottle of port as well. It was only like, what's the brand called? It's like, really, let me get it. Let me tell you. I've got to tell you. It's only a bit of Taylor's, but you know what I mean. But what's Christmas without port? Which will be very rarely drunk, because if I drink too much of that, I'll become an absolute prick, even though I am a prick anyway. Should I just do the rest of the review posing like that? No, I won't do it. Don't know what's going on with this side of my head, though. My hair's at that sort of like really awkward place where you can't do all with it. And you look like a fucking nonce off one of those Sting videos. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, nice bottle of Taylor's. Picked up some other bits and bobs, just some casual stuff to drink over Christmas. Acid reflux coming back again. Oh, excuse me. And came back in. There was bits and bobs. It wasn't just alcohol. I needed to get myself some cheese. We needed some sprouts, and it was mainly alcohol though. And when I came in, bag was secure on the table, and then all of a sudden, bag fell. I had a bottle of that Robinson's Coronation Street beer, and as well as many others. And thankfully, that was the only one that broke. But I'd imagine this might be a little bit lively, so we might have a gusher on our hands. But I've not had one of those for, God, nearly 2 years. But we'll get into that conversation. Oh, I would hear a noise. It's not too bad, lads. Using a Thornbridge glass. And yes, it's dark, thank fuck. Jesus Christ. How do you not remember what colour Old Peculiar is? The only fucking peculiar thing here is me. Anyway, beer in the glass then. It looks pretty handsome in this. I love this glass. Absolutely love this glass. Thank you, Harry, for kindly gifting me it. Oh, Peter's going to talk about how much he likes Teku glass and now they should all be... Breweries should do more Teku glasses. Oh, shut up, Peter. Nobody likes you. Yes, so... There's a bit of spiel on there. No, not really. But it's a classic. It's a classic premium ale. Premium ale, not premium. And it looks pretty damn good in the glass. Nice head. Just shy 2 fingers worth of beige looking head. It's got sort of like an oaky mahogany sort of look to it. Looking right nice. So stop being stereotypical, you prick. Let's give it a sniff. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that smell. It's just like steeped oats. Steeped oats. Like a little bit oaty. Steeped fruits. You know, you sort of like your prunes, figs, currants. I mean, I can't fucking stand Christmas pudding. But it's got those aromas that I like about Christmas pudding, but, you know, it's like people who just like missionary. It's all right. But I don't know what's happened to me since putting this camera on. But yeah, it smells really good. I nearly swore again for no reason then. Oh man, nice sweet, syrupy. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, folks. Oh yeah, it's proper stuff, that. I mean, would this be classed as an English strong ale? Oh, that's what I should include more English strong ales in this series. Because to be honest, I've not had Moonraker from JW Lees for ages, and I love that beer. But yeah, that sort of like roasted oats coming through. Almost like flapjack, but not too sweet. Loads of dark, curranty, figgy, pruny sorts of flavours coming through. Once again, using the same 3 examples for a flavour note. I need to diversify my vocabulary when it comes to reviews. Diversify my vocabulary. How much of a fucking twat do you sound saying shit like that? It's got a nice body to it. Upper medium feel. It's got that sticky syrupiness. A little bit of a very subtle peppery kick to it as well. You always get that sort of impression like it's been aged in like a cask that's not been sort of like properly cleaned out. If that makes any sense. Well, this is one of those beers that I would love to have on cask. Would absolutely love that. It's one of those uber traditional sort of beers that a lot of fellow trendy beer hipsters like myself are sort of having a appreciation of. Mind you, that's usually twats who think Timothy Taylor's Landlord is the best thing since sliced bread, even though those same people would take the piss out of like the drinkers of those sorts of beers. But you know what I mean. Rob from Hopscene knows. Not Rob knows from Hopscene what I'm talking about. But then again, I've been gushing on about how much I'm really enjoying the bitter making a bit of a return. I'd like to see more UK craft breweries do a good old-fashioned English strong ale. Because that's just hitting all the right notes. You know, I've said it before, I don't subscribe to that notion of, oh, well, I like this sort of beer at this time of the year, and I like this sort of beer at this time of year, or I like to drink this at this sort of event. A good beer is a good beer, no matter when, where, or how you drink it. But, going against everything I've just said a tiny little bit, there's something really sort of festive and Christmassy about beers like this. A nice British dark beer for the festive season. Oh, that's good. That is really nice. Now, obviously, I don't know how this beer has potentially changed over the years. I think Theakston's are still an independent brewery. I'm not too sure. I don't really pay attention too much to that side of things. 5.6%. It's got a little bit more heft to it. To me, this is tasting. It doesn't feel like it. I nearly banged my head on the door then. It doesn't like really feel like it, but it tastes like it's a little bit more heavier on the ABV. These big, robust sort of flavours coming through. But, yeah, 5.6%. You could get yourself into a lot of trouble with this. You really, really could. But, yeah, this is lovely, lovely stuff indeed. Seal of the official of the peculiar of Masham, 1741. I'm not sure what the historical significance of that is, but I'm sure if you want to look it up, you know, you're more than welcome to do so. Theakston's links will be in the description down below, as will be my original review of this, if I've got one. I said that about Even, which I uploaded fairly recently, going, oh yeah, I've reviewed this before, it's one of my favourite beers from Northern Monk. And then I look on the channel, I don't have a review of it. So, yeah. Not even I know what I'm doing. I literally do not know what I'm doing. I'm just cruising through life. Time means nothing anyway nowadays. But, yeah, it's Christmas soon already. That's just really, really satisfying. Really hitting the spot. Oh, yeah. Lovely stuff. It really, really is. So if you're a fan of this beer, if you've tried it before, if you don't like it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. What's some of your favourite Theakston's beers? I've had a couple of beers that I don't usually find from Theakston's, thanks to the legend, as always, that is Adam from Those Beers, or it might have been beers that Raggy sent over. I can't remember. There was a mixture of Raggy stuff, which, by the way, Raggy did send over a big bottle of something, and I thought, oh, I'll crack that open. I think it's one of his wines, and that is going to cause some damage if I drink that. I'll probably pass that around over Christmas, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know why I had it in my head that it was one of his Imperial Milds, because Harry had a bottle of that when we were at the Marlborough Piss Up, but we never got round to touching that sort of stuff, to be honest. But yeah, I took a sniff. I opened it up just out of curiosity's sake, took a sniff of it, and I was like, oof. I didn't make that sound, which was fucking disgusting. But yeah, it took me aback a bit. It smelled nice though, but I was like, no way, I've already had a few beers, I'm not cracking that open. Don't want to get me sent, don't want to get me sent a red card. Do why bugger is like that? Wouldn't be rate graded, would it though? It doesn't even sound like a Yorkshire accent anymore. It just doesn't. Sound more like Fred fucking Dibner than it does Yorkshire. But yeah, and I think I've got a feeling Fred Dibner might have enjoyed this. I'm not sure. I can't say that. But yeah, why am I talking about Fred Dibner? He's from Bolton. What's going on in this video? I don't know. Have I hit my head and not realised it? But yeah, beautiful, beautiful beer that. It's tasting actually a lot better than I remember it. And just that sort of beer alone, I'm a massive fan of. These big, bold, robust, slightly sweet, a little bit roasty, touch of like a savoury edge to it, like a barrel woodiness. But it makes you proud to be British, doesn't it? And who needs Europe when we can brew beers like this? Even though Europe seems to be using any excuse to penalise us over anything. So, you know, maybe it was a good thing we came out of Europe. I don't know. I personally voted Remain. But that being said, that's because I was living in Germany at the time. So I voted selfishly, which is how you should vote, by the way. Not that you should ever listen to someone telling you how to vote. But if you're going to vote, vote for your best interests. That's how I do it. I've got no loyalty to any political party. I see good and bad in all. But I mean, there's obviously political parties that I just see bad in. What sort of fucking trench am I digging myself? Can't talk about trenches when you're talking about Europe. Oh, he's made a really not that funny or clever joke about World War II. But Peter, they built trenches in World War One. Can you see the sort of minefield? Oh, can't say minefield. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. Almost sound like a certain cunt from Braintree, but it is what it is. I'm sure there's a recent subscriber who will scurry off and oh, this you said this about you. They're talking about you again. Oh man, I don't give a flying fuck anymore. Just in general, I think you're about to witness me lose my fucking mind on camera. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you'll join me tomorrow if I don't stick this in my own fucking throat. That's a joke, by the way. You shouldn't really joke about stuff like that, should you, really? I don't know. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I'm just so fucking over it. Oh my god, I could play a psychopath absolutely perfectly. Anyway, people came for a review, not to see me go off the fucking rails. But if I'd have drank that fucking potent shit from Raggy, I'm not saying shit in a derogatory way. I'm saying shit as in like the Americanized version of shit. Yeah. Christmas. It's going to be alcohol filled. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't know what to end this series on. Now, I've still got 2 of the Track Birthday Imperial Stouts. I've got the Baltic Porter from Verdant. I've got Prune Wine from Harry, Blue Nose Beer Reviews. I've got whatever that wine is from Raggy. I've got a big bold barley wine. So, yeah, I've got options, but I just don't know how to end this video, or this video series. We shall see. We shall see. I'm making it sound much more ominous and bigger than it actually is, to be fair, but I'll probably drink that tonight, actually, because I won't have a chance to do it tomorrow, because I'm going out for a curry, because work's Christmas meal got cancelled. Sit down. I'll tell you a story. I won't really. So yeah, I won't really have a chance to drink. Although I will be drinking, obviously, because it's my last day of work tomorrow. I wish I could say for the year, but it's not. But yeah. Anyway, Is that alright with you, lads? Fucking get in. Anyway, so go check out Feekstons. I hope you've enjoyed this series up to this point. And yeah, hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for the highly anticipated finale of the 12 Dark Beers of Christmas, which was clearly not a last minute decision to do a Christmas related beer series. But you don't know what you're going to get with the Clueless Drinker channel. So there is that, I suppose. But yeah, I feel like having another couple of beers tonight. Get in there, delayed. See you guys later. Take care. Stay safe. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. It's a mess of a video. It's a mess of a video.